Mitzvah, mitzvah through ASMR. Good evening. I understand you're here today for a color scan. Okay, great. So before we begin the color scan, I just want to make sure that you feel grounded and ready for this experience. So let's take a deep breath in and breathe out. Let's take another deep breath in and breathe out. And let's do one more deep breath in and breathe out. Okay, so how are you feeling today? Okay, a little nervous and anxious. Yeah, sometimes people feel that way around the holidays because they might be traveling, visiting family, not visiting family. There's a whole lot of things that can be going on during this time. And when you come in for one of these treatments one-on-one, especially if it's a newer experience, you can feel anxious because of that as well. So have you done a color scan before? Okay, so let me explain it a little bit. I'm sure you saw on our website when you booked the session, but I'm going to be getting a sense of the different emotions you're feeling lately, and then we're going to hold some colors up, and those colors are going to kind of help balance your feelings so that you can feel a little bit more even. We're not trying to block any feelings. We're just trying to make sure it's not too intense. Does that sound okay? Okay. So I do have a nice warm cup of tea that I'd like to give to you. This is one of my favorite mugs that we have. I don't know why, I just think it's really nice. And so this is an herbal tea. It's chamomile lavender, and there's a little bit of honey in it. Would you like to drink it? Okay, so I'm going to hand it to you, and you can just sip on that, and we'll continue on with the session. Now, at the start of the session, I like to get a sense of what your feelings are. Before we do that, I want to just help you get some of your nerves out, because I know that that can be distracting, and that can influence which colors I choose for you. So to help with that, I have this little jar. You might be wondering what this jar is for. I'm going to explain, but I just want you to listen to the sounds and just watch the jar. So what we do with this jar, this is a special exercise that we do, and we actually offer a separate service just for this jar exercise. You won't be charged for this. This is part of your session. But so what we do with this jar is you focus on the feelings that you're feeling right now, and then I open the jar and I hold it up to you, and you just whisper your feelings into the jar. And the reason we do that, it's not to bottle up your feelings, although we kind of are metaphorically doing that. It's a way to help you acknowledge your feelings. Sometimes when we're feeling too much of something, it can be unpleasant and we try to push it down or make up for it in other ways. And so by whispering it into the jar, you're naming the feeling and you're visualizing it and you're kind of putting it somewhere where you can acknowledge it. And how does that sound? Yeah, I think it's an interesting thing, and I find it always surprises me, but it really works for me as well. Okay, so you mentioned you were feeling a little anxious and nervous, so I want you to just really focus on those feelings. Certainly, if there's something else that you're feeling as well, you can name that feeling too. And so I'm going to now open the jar. And so go ahead and whisper your feelings into the jar. Whisper your feelings into the jar. Whisper, whisper, whisper. Okay, let's close that up quickly. And now let's just shake that around. I'm going to shake it around you. Okay, and so there are your feelings. The feelings you've named, you've described them, you're acknowledging them, and you're placing them somewhere for them to be. Oh, you do feel a little less anxious now. That's great. I'm glad to hear that. Okay, so that was all a precursor to the color treatment. Are you now ready to begin that treatment? Okay, great. So what I'm doing is I'm gonna put my hands near your face and I might touch you. Is that okay? Okay, so I'm just gonna just get a sense on each side of your face. Seeing if there's anywhere where there's strain or stress, breakouts. Okay, and now I'm just gonna touch you in a couple spots. Okay. Okay, I'm getting a sense, and I'm just gonna do what I'm calling plucking. I'm just kind of pulling at places where I think there's strain and where I think there's certain feelings. And now I'm just kind of flickering them away. And I'm noticing when I wave my fingers and hands around, you seem to react by getting a bit sleepy, and that's okay, that's normal. If you feel sleepy or calm or relaxed during this, that's perfectly fine. It won't change what we're trying to do here, and I actually think it's a nice thing. We want this to be a pleasant experience for you. And so getting a chance to feel a little sleepy and relaxed can help with that. Okay, so I think I've made my assessment. I'm just going to go over some of the colors that I have, and then we'll choose the colors. I'm doing is I think I know which colors we want to do, but I'm just seeing how they look when I hold them up to you. I know that might not make sense, and that's okay. It's quite dark, but that might, maybe we'll come back to that. Okay, so I'm just gonna compare the pink versus the red. Could go either way, but I think we're gonna go with the pink. Okay, so we got this pink magenta. That will be one of the colors. I'll explain a little bit more. We're gonna do at least 2, but maybe 3. Okay, yeah, definitely the green. Okay, the green, absolutely. I think we're gonna spend the most time with the green, and then it's quite dark, but I think just a little bit of blue. Okay, so I've picked out 3 colors for you. We've got the magenta pink, we've got the green, and we've got this dark blue. All of these are going to either enhance some of the feelings that you have, or maybe even just counteract some of the feelings that you have. So I think we'll start with the pink, and then we'll do the blue, and then we'll finish with the green. That's the one that I think you need the most. And so I noticed you had a bit of jittery energy, and that's okay. I know you've calmed down a little bit right now because of this experience, but I think you've been carrying some jitteriness around, and pink can be kind of an energetic color, and I know that might sound strange. Why are we adding an energetic color if you are feeling jittery? But I think this is going to take the energy that you're already feeling, and it's just going to kind of redirect it to more feelings of joy and energy that you can use in a way that's more enjoyable. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to hold this color up to you, and you don't have to do anything right now. Breathe normally. You can look at me, you can look anywhere. If you want to close your eyes, that's okay too. Whatever you're comfortable with. I'm just seeing how some of the places on your face are reacting, and I'll get a sense of when you've gotten enough of this color. So there is something I want you to do for me. I just want you to turn your head to the right, and I'm just gonna look. Okay, now turn your head to the left. Okay, I'm just gonna look. Okay, great. Okay, we're gonna get rid of this color now. We'll take this away. Okay, how do you feel so far? Okay, that's good to hear. Okay, now this color, we're gonna do the blue. It's gonna be very dark. You might have trouble seeing me, and that's okay. You don't have to see me for this. Even though it's dark, I still will be able to see you, and we won't use this for long, but blue can be a very easy calming color, and so since you were feeling a bit jittery, We use the magenta to help redirect that energy, but we're also going to help just dampen it a little bit so it's not overwhelming. So we're adding this blue calming effect to you now. Here we go. Okay, and for this I'm going to ask you to just close your eyes. Just gently close them, not tight. You shouldn't have to hold it on too long. Okay. I want you to take a deep breath in and breathe out. And now I want you to open your eyes. Okay, I can see it in your eyes now. There is a difference. So we're going to remove the blue now. What's that? You feel calmer already? Part of it is the experience here. This experience is helping you to feel calm, but I think when you walk away from the clinic, you're going to also continue to carry that calmness with you. Okay. And so we have serene green, as I like to call it. I think green, it can sometimes be used to help calm as well with that serenity aspect, but it also can help with inspiring creativity. And I figure with the different feelings that you're having and the energy that you have, it would be good to creatively channel all of that and inspire you. So I hope that this green will help add some inspiration, some confidence, some drive for anything creative. And we use the term creative pretty loosely. It's not just like doing art projects. You don't have to be a painter if you like to bake, if you like to decorate your home. Just anything really where you're creating something for yourself or for others, or even creating, I guess, like a room, a place for people to be, or creating a space for community, anything like that. Okay, so are you ready for serene green? Okay, here we go. This one might be a little dark too, but that's okay. Now I want you to turn your head this way again. Okay. Just keep holding it there. Okay, look back at me. Okay, turn your head this way. Keep it there. Okay, look back at me. Now I want you to close your eyes. Okay. And I want you to open your eyes, and I want you to keep your head still, but have your eyes look to the right. Okay, look back at me. Now I want you to have your eyes look to the left. Okay, look back at me. Without tilting your head back too much, look up with your eyes. Okay. And without closing your eyes, look down. Look back at me. Close your eyes again. And now I want you to take a deep breath in when I tell you to, not just yet. I'm going to ask you to do that. And when you exhale, when you're ready, open your eyes and the green will be gone. So let's just give it a little bit longer before we do that. Just keep your eyes closed still, just breathe normally. Okay, now it's time to breathe in and breathe out. Okay, and that was green, and I can tell by looking at you that you look different now. You look a lot more balanced. So let's put that green away. Oh yes, and if you're done with that tea, I'll take the mug back. Thank you. It was really good. Yeah, I really like herbal teas a lot. I just like that you can drink them at night and not worry about the caffeine, although I like pretty much any kind of tea. Okay, so now that we've completed that, I'm just gonna check your face again. I know it may seem kind of strange because you don't, to the untrained eye, you don't really appear that different. But with this process that we've trained for, we can see the differences, and I think that you're balanced now. I'm just gonna do a pluck to see what feeling comes out. Okay, yes. I think you're all set now. Before you go, I do want to do the jar exercise one last time. This time it's a different jar. It's clear. It was kind of funny that the jar before was green, and green was the color you needed the most of. Now we have clear to represent that you're balanced and you don't need any colors added. And so with this one, instead of describing your feelings, I want you to set an intention, something you're hoping to do in the very near future. It can be hoping to relax more, contacting a friend, working on a project. It can really be anything at all, and it can be simple. Don't put any pressure on yourself to choose something that feels like it's a big deal. You can really do something simple. Like I said, even just choosing to rest for the rest of the day or whatever it may be. Just anything that you can, again, speak and put a name to, and then you have a place for it. So I'm going to shake this around you first. And are you ready with your intention? Okay, so here we go. And now whisper your intentions into the jar. Whisper your intentions into the jar. Whisper, whisper, whisper. Okay, let's close that. And now you can see your intentions in this jar. You've said them out loud, you've acknowledged them, and here they are, a place for them. Let's shake that around again. And so, how was that experience for you? You liked it all? So you liked the whispering into the jar portion as well? That's great. I'm glad that you found that helpful. And if you ever want to, you can do a whole session with those jars as well. But again, this was part of your color balance experience. And so there is one more thing before you go. This is a special we're doing for the holidays and only on certain days, so you came in on the right day. We have this jar of pickles. They're homemade and they're refrigerator pickles, so they're cold and they're ready to go in your fridge and you can eat them this week. They can probably last for about a week. And so, do you like pickles? Oh, great. Okay, so I'm going to hand this off to you. Yeah, we've gotten a lot of people who are pleasantly surprised with that gift. Now, did you have any other questions before you go? I want to make sure you understand the process and everything that we did today. You're all set. Oh, you're very welcome, of course. I'm so glad that you feel better, that you appear much more balanced. I'm grateful that you've come in today, and I hope that you enjoy the rest of your day and that you can go on for a little while feeling a little more balanced. And feel free to come back anytime and take care. Goodbye. Thank you for watching my video. If you enjoyed this video, please like, leave a comment, and subscribe to my channel for more ASMR content. As always, Toda Rabah Laila Tov. Thank you very much and good night.